Let's face it, money is tight. Times are getting harder and harder.
Yeah, and it's to the point where your wages aren't enough to cover all your bills anymore. And people claim all the time, I can't afford to prep. You can't afford not to prep.
When you go to your local market, a can of veggies today is about $1, give or take some. But if you guys don't start buying now, can is going to be more than $1. It's going to be $2 coming up.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse and worse as far as prices for things. And although this video is going to be about being thrifty, thrifty will only go so far. We really have to use our brain to be able to prep when you don't have a lot of money or if you have no money to prep. So let's give our little brain a jog and let's go through some ways we can make this happen.
Extra money. This is an obvious one. Extra money. Everybody is looking for some extra money, and we're here to see if we can help you with that.
Yeah, especially right now. But there's actually, when it comes to financial analysts, they have kind of like a saying that, I guess people say this all the time too. When one door closes, another door opens. But with financial type stuff, they always say, when actually people are having a hard time with money, there's an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And that opportunity, honestly, could be for you. Because think about this. You're not the only one that's hurting for money. We're hurting for money. Everybody is, because the economy is tanked. Mm-hmm. So when you actually see people who have a lot more money than we do, typically they'll do things like hire out somebody to clean their house. Maybe some type of, well, not a babysitter, but a nanny. They can't afford these things as much anymore. So you could easily get in at a lower price and actually take on some of these jobs that'll do very well. Or you know what? Here's a better one. Let's say you're actually even retired. You have some knowledge up here. And there are so many people who are switching to homeschooling. It's actually over doubled in 1 year. So I'm sure you actually have it, so you could set it up at your local library. You actually have some classes for homeschoolers. Mm-hmm. And you don't even have to charge them per se. You can simply make it a donation basis. And therefore, using your extra expertise of what you know can actually help you raise some extra money. But again, there's an opportunity in everything. So try to look on the bright side of this. There's always ways to make money. Food pantry.
Have you checked out your local food pantry? There are a lot of people that can help out with that.
Yeah, and I know there's some in our area. We've never checked them out or gone to them, though. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably not the best thing to go to the food pantry so you can take it and stock up your pantry.
Yeah,
your pantry. Although I bet you anything, they'd probably say that's okay. But here's something you may or may not know about. There's a lot of people who go and they'll get a box full of food, like canned food, and there's some canned food in there that they don't want.
Yeah, those SpaghettiOs or who knows. I know, that's what I can think of.
Exactly. And so therefore, if you actually try to make contacts with these people, they are often more than willing to give away some of those things they've gotten for free. It's really weird. In people's mindsets, they think because I got it, it's free, it's worth nothing. But obviously, a can of SpaghettiOs is worth something.
It is to somebody. It's absolutely. So,
I have no idea how much a can of SpaghettiOs is, but it's worth something.
You could trade, even especially in the summer times. A lot of local markets have fruits and veggies at the time, and you can find when that season comes in, and you can with that and help save with that.
Yep.
Unexpected funds. Here in Michigan, we just found out recently that every car that you have in your household was reimbursed $400. So right there is something that you could get for extra money.
Yeah, it's unexpected.
It was.
And granted, we paid that $400, we're getting it back, but suddenly now there's $400 extra in the budget. But there's always these little things coming along between taxes, stimulus payments.
Yeah, that was a big one for a lot of people.
There's always just like unexpected checks. You don't account for. And as long as you say, you know what, I've got this $400 for my insurance, I'm going to put it toward prepping. There's always ways you can prep when you don't have a lot of money because money still does come in. You know that, just like random stuff just pops up. Oh, cool. The one Publishers Clearing. Okay, maybe not that one. But
everybody's wish for that.
Dumpster diving. I'm going to admit, I love dumpster diving. I haven't done it since I was probably in my 20s.
Yeah.
But I used to love it. Man, the stuff you could find in dumpsters. In fact, even today, we went to a hardware store, Menards, and I had some serious dumpster envy. I was like, look at that dumpster, because they take stuff that's not perfect and throw it in the dumpster. I've even asked them before, can I have that stuff? They're like,
nope.
No, you can't touch it. I'm like, but it's free stuff that could actually really work. But they know that because they don't want to, sell it per se. They want to sell it, so they're not going to just give it to you. But, obviously, I don't know if it's illegal in some states. It might be.
I'd have to look in that.
But I do know it's actually against like a lot of grocery stores, probably even under their insurance policies, because if you're out there just grabbing food and you get sick from it, they could be held liable. But I also know there's some stores too that would probably turn a blind eye if you literally jump right in, I should say, and find expired food or some veggies that may have a little bit of brown on them, that type of stuff.
I don't know. There's a lady out there that does that for a thing, and it's amazing what she does with her stuff. So.
Yeah, I think there's even YouTube channels about dumpster divers. Again, I would love to do it. I'm just too embarrassed to.
She had friends come over and made this meal, and it was all out of the dumpster, and it was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Are you a dumpster diver? I guess that's the question I'm going to ask you.
I don't know. Non-profit group.
Okay, so let's take dumpster diving to a whole new level. You ready for this? Start a nonprofit group. All right, first off, you have to understand starting a nonprofit group, even though you think it would be, it's not free. It actually costs some good bucks. However, if you can actually find another nonprofit group, sometimes they can sponsor you depending on your state, and they can actually make it so you can actually start your nonprofit for free because it starts off under their charter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so why?
Yeah, why I don't know.
Here's why. It can make dumpster diving legal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's actually grocery stores that you have to understand if they actually get rid of certain things, and even more so, especially restaurants, they would actually like to get rid of some of their stuff because it's not going to be sold. They can't sell it the next day. If they give it to a nonprofit group, it's a tax write-off for them.
Yes.
So therefore, they actually make money in the long run because of this. Yeah. Now, granted, you don't want to call it like Eric's nonprofit group to feed Eric, because that's all going to you. But if you actually make a honest to goodness nonprofit group of basically helping people out for prepping through foods that are normally would have been thrown away, that's great. And think of it this way. You're like, well, how in the world can like a pizza coming from Papa John's help that out? It can, because if you get a free pizza, I mean, that may be extreme, I don't know if you get a free pizza or not. You get a free pizza from Papa John's, then that's actually 3 less cans of food you need to eat that day.
That's true.
And you can put it into your prepper pantry.
That is true.
That's thinking outside the box.
That is really thinking outside the box.
And you can make dumpster diving fun and legal. I don't know. I really don't know if you can still dumpster dive with that. But grocery stores and restaurants and everything, they already do this.
Yeah, they do. They will find areas and give the food away.
Yeah, free food. Put out an ad.
This is an easy one, guys. You can put an ad out there looking for somebody who doesn't want their food. Surprisingly, if their food is close to expiring, or maybe they don't like those SpaghettiOs, that they will get rid of them and you can find it off there. Yeah,
I mean, obviously not an ad like in a newspaper per se, but like Craigslist. People still use Craigslist. I actually found my last car on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace. Mm-hmm. And you can do the same thing. You can actually set up a group, but in this case, it doesn't have to be an actual registered nonprofit group. But if you put it under the information that's actually going to be going out to people who could use the food, you would be surprised how many people actually have canned food. They're like, what am I going to do with this old can of chicken? They're scared to eat it. Mm-hmm. They think it's expired, whatever the case may be. And they know they can't donate it to a thrift store.
Yeah, they'll just throw that stuff
away. Throw it away. But if there's actually a place around, your name starts getting around, people will start donating to your cause. The cause of Eric needs food. Eric doesn't need food. But maybe you do because you don't have a lot of money for prepping.
Exactly. Craigslist.
And there we go. Now we could talk about other people putting ads on.
Oh, okay.
Because on Craigslist, there's actually a little location on there where it says, I think it's free stuff.
Free stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And we've actually gotten free stuff from the free stuff category. We got a ladder once from one guy.
Got wood.
Yeah, and same thing. People put stuff on there. Stuff they don't want to have and they want to contribute to society, so they'll put it on there. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm going to click on everything and get every single person's item, but on that same note, they will actually have things that they'll put on there. And in fact, I think you could even list on free stuff that you would like to free canned food too. Yeah,
I mean, we've seen free livestock before too. So.
Oh yeah,
free chickens and stuff like that.
Usually roosters. People want to get rid of the roosters, but roosters taste just as good.
Yeah.
But yeah, free stuff under Craigslist. I don't think, and maybe you can correct me, I don't think Facebook Marketplace has a free stuff. But I know people, if they actually are looking for something, they'll put the price on it as 1, 2, 3, 4. You ever notice that? It's like a little trick to say, hey, I'm looking for this.
Yeah, it's
true. But I know at least Craigslist, you can actually get free stuff because people will give it away on free other all the time.
And I know Facebook has a lot of groups that you can find in your local area that you can, like we have a group up here that you can do that and you can list things for free and it's through a special group. So.
Yeah, it's cool. Yard sale. Do you like yard sales? I love them. But we're not talking about going to yard sales here. Oh, that's sad. We're actually talking about having a yard sale. Because if you're looking for extra money for prepping, I guarantee that first off, there's some stuff at your house that you don't need anymore. And I also guarantee that one person's trash is another person's treasure.
Yep.
You will find somebody to buy that.
You will.
And having a good old-fashioned yard sale. And what's beautiful about Michigan, because if you're a Michigander, this is the land of festivals.
It is.
And if there's a festival, there's yard sales happening.
Massive
they have
yard sales.
amazing yard sales here. So have a yard sale, once a year. Or you could be like one of those neighbors that has it like every other week. One of those people.
We have a few of those around here.
But anyways, having a yard sale is a good old-fashioned, tried and true way to sell a lot of the stuff you don't need anymore.
Yeah, you can make a little bit off of the stuff, and that money can go straight for food.
Yeah, more prepping.
Facebook Marketplace. We love yard sales, but where we live, there is no way we can have a yard sale. It's too far out here. So we put a lot of things actually on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, eBay too.
Yeah.
And I guess this category could have been like selling online. Yeah. But yeah, we put stuff on eBay. A lot of times old books. That
a lot of the kids' school books. Yeah.
And just odds and ends stuff that we don't need anymore, we'll put it on there. And again, Facebook Marketplace is a great place to put it on there too, because people meet you in town or meet you halfway to sell it. And I know a lot of you may be saying, well, why don't you just donate it? Yeah, we donate a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But this video is not about donating. This stuff is about finding ways to make money so you can prep. And Facebook Marketplace is a great place because it's free.
Well, it's free to list. Like eBay, though, they do charge you a little bit. So you would have that. So it would be better if you could do Facebook.
Yeah, and well said. Not only that, but Facebook Marketplace, guess what? They actually have an option where you can do shipping, too.
Yeah, we have done that before, too.
And you can actually ship it out to someone. It doesn't have to be anybody local.
Yeah, it's true.
Barter.
That is something people up here do a lot, surprisingly. I was foreign to it, but they really barter up here for different things. I'm amazed.
Yeah, wheel and deal.
They do.
There's some people who are just natural wheelers and dealers.
I don't think I am.
I'm the kind of person at a yard sale always try, not always, but I'll often say, hey, will you take less for it? And if they say no, they say no.
Yeah, doesn't hurt. Yeah, exactly.
But bartering is actually still around quite a bit. But here's the thing, and here's the kicker for all of this. We're talking about for prepping for when crap hits the fan. Mm-hmm. If crap hits the fan, I guarantee bartering is going to be the #1 way to buy and sell things at that point.
That's true, but if you have like a friend down the way that has a kid and you're young enough and able to, you could always watch the kid for them to have a date night, and you say, hey, can I have,
a can of corn?
No, 4 boxes of pasta and 2 cans of meat. Like,
or a can of corn. Why can't we have corn?
Okay, we can have corn too, and that's something small for them, but it's something they get to do. So I think you could barter that way too.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. I know things are exceedingly tight with hyperinflation. It's just crazy what's going on as far as the economy goes. But there's always a way. And whether there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So
don't lose hope.
Use your thinker. Find ways that are very unique. And that's actually how a lot of business has been started too. Entrepreneurs look for those little ways of trying to make money and can actually thrive very well at that.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things you can do. So don't give up. Don't ever say to me, it sounds like I'm being mean. Don't ever say to me,
you can't do it.
You have no money. Yeah, don't tell me you can't do this. You have no money for prepping. Of course you do. You just have to be a little ingenuity. I don't know.
No, I don't know. Just think outside of the box.
There you go.
We'll do that.
Ingenuity. Use your ingenuity outside the box. All right. So what other ideas do you have? Because I'm sure you have some ideas too. Put them in the comments below. Because I'd really like to see ways you can make extra money.
Yeah.
Selling produce.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Too. There's all kinds of
There's so many things. There really is.
Yeah, absolutely. Being one of those people back in the Egyptian days where you take a fan and blow it on someone all day.
Maybe
because
down south,
no electricity,
That's true.
you'll need somebody who blows fans.
Yeah.
It's got to be like some kind of reed. That's what you use in Egypt, right? The big weeds. All right, anyway. Put that in the list too if that's what you want to put on there. But thanks for watching as always. And we really appreciate you sticking along with us and seeing prepping because it is something near and dear to our hearts.
We do. And hopefully we're able to help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, go ahead and watch this next video right here. And let's talk more about prepping.